Okay, this is a crazy moment. I was getting done with a show, a sketch show that I've been preparing for, and it went really well. It went beautifully well, and I actually performed a piece of my solo show to promote it. Um, and that was really well received, and I was feeling really joyful. And then I got on the train and I saw a video about a wave of joy like flowing through Gaza because of a ceasefire deal being reached. And then I caught up on these news updates about a ceasefire deal, and I'm cautiously optimistic. The supermoon happened on October 6th in Aries, and Chani talked about how it's like the time for us to energize and really be brave. And then the other thing that she said was that Wednesday, today, was a moment where Venus was trine to Jupiter, which is very helpful astrology. And the two things combined, like, kind of feel like they're set up for something like this happening. And the global Samud flotilla and the timing of that and the timing of this ceasefire conversation, it all feels like it's exploding at the same time. Last night I was watching Twin Peaks. Spoilers for Twin Peaks. I was watching The Return, and there's an episode where we see the explosion of the atomic bomb in White Sands, New Mexico in 1940. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the argument that I think David Lynch is making because, like, I don't want to tell you spoilers. But I believe that David Lynch is trying to say that in the moment of that atomic bomb, the soul of humanity, or maybe just the soul of America, but I think maybe it extends to humanity, got splintered. Like, there's this, like, radiation, the way that radiation works is that it, like, there was, like, this mything idea that, like, radiation would, like, give you superpowers, right? Like, that this was, like, a big thing in, like, comic books where, like, people would get superpowers from, like, radiation. Like, it was, like, a big plot point. But as we know, radiation kind of, like, just gives you cancer. And it has all these downstream effects. Like, it travels really wide and far. Like, and it gets into your DNA. It changes your DNA and causes mutation. And mutation is something that will get passed along depending. Like, there's a, epigenetic factors, whatever. Like, but basically, like, the idea here is that radiation, like, is perpetuating, like, this moment where humanity could be so bold as to manufacture a technology that would instantly kill thousands of people, and, like, for no reason, just, like, raw power. Like that was the moment that, like, humanity cemented itself in, like, the demon camp, right? Like, there's demonic entities, there's powerful, like, the most powerful people are also, like, the most, like, dirty and, like, disgusting and rotted on the inside. Like, it was really interesting that I watched this episode that, like, kind of had this, like, it was all told in, like, symbols and, like, vibes, but, like, that's what I was reading from it. Like, I, like, because I'm watching the show for the first time now, like, I have, like, a different kind of critical analysis that I'm applying to it. And my friends who have seen it before are kind of like, oh, like, yeah, like, that's an interesting theory. To watch that show on October 7th. And then I'm also, like, in conversation with the supermoon. I've been channeling her a lot and thinking about bravery and thinking about, like, what it means to be brave in this moment. And I, like, these are monumental events. And if the ceasefire is being reached, it's because of solidarity efforts all over the world, and it's because of these flotillas. it's because eventually all of us saw this demonic force that was in action, and we called it out by its name. We called it genocide. And when you call a demon out by its name, it can be released. That's like that's what my spiritual journey has supported for me. And like, you see the demon as it leaves. And we're seeing all of this BS, like the Epstein files, like, you know, like all of these like horrible, like power hungry, like fascist demonic entity people be exposed in a way that like we have never seen before. And we're seeing like a rise in the power of like dark feminine energy. And I believe that like we're in a battle for the soul of humanity right now, and we're winning. And it was shit like the global Samud flotilla, where people came together from all different places to like put themselves in harm's way to bring that food over, because what else are you gonna fucking do? What can you stand by and watch? And like, I'm on a cell phone, you know, like, and there are children in the Congo who are suffering right now. And like, no one's gonna watch this video because it's gonna be suppressed by the algorithm, but this is a moment, it's part of history, and already I can feel everybody who like wasn't speaking up, or like I'm feeling the wave. Like, I felt the wave months and months ago of like people finally like turning over on Palestine. And I knew that there was going to be this day. I knew this day would come where they would say there's a ceasefire. And the morning after is going to be so long. But like, we are a different world now, and will be forever changed by this. And we know that we need each other. And the only thing to do is be there for each other. And I'm just sitting here like connecting dots in my head, and I'm sure none of this makes any sense to anyone else, but we all have our place in this global movement. And if you can, please go to a link that's in a place and help a person that's in another place. Yeah, all love. Good night. Also, in the show, you see an atomic bomb expanding and expanding and expanding outwards like a wave. Then you see it slowly becoming waves and water. And that's the thing about like an atomic bomb, is like it's such a small, subtle shift, and then it radiates outward, catching everything in its path. And the thing that is so interesting to me is that that's also how like goodness and truth can spread. It's like a wave. It's like an atomic bomb, and it travels through the world. Like, once you see, like once you can really see, you can never unsee. And so many people before us have seen. And I think there is like this thing where people want to not see it, and they turn to like substances, they turn to addictions, they turn to any way you can cope, right? Any way that you can get through this madness. We need to cope with reality, but like, I think that like we want, on some level, we like want and are attracted to destruction. And I think that's human. I think that's like very human. Like, astrologers are saying this, that there's like a division of people who are like interested in dichotomies, and there's a division of people who are like see the world as all one thing. And like, we may want to be possessed. We may want to disappear into something. We may want to, like, we may have this urge to destroy. But, like, maybe we can use that urge to destroy for something. For, like, destroying those things that in our world that, like, have seen their day and need to be gone. Like, these structures that exist that support only certain types of people who, I always say men are like the cops of society, you know, like, and it's like everything comes down to them protecting their power. And I know that that's not true of all men, but I think that's how the machine works. And, like, it's been done time for us to, like, find a different way and for us to, like, mushroom outward instead of trying to do some top-down bullshit. And, like, it's coming, like, the anti-atomic bomb, I guess. Does that make any sense to anyone?